All right, so here we are with the seed, working on the castle again. Right here is probably the fourth version of the side towers that I've tried to make. I don't know what it was, but they just kept coming out slightly wonky. So I think this version that you're seeing here is the one that I ended up going with. It took a while to land on it, just trying to figure out how I wanted them in proportionally to look. Got a little bit further on the roof. This always takes forever to make. I always think that I have enough copper when, or at least I did when I was doing the hardcore, and even here where I thought I had so much copper for days, and then when I go to actually make the roof, I still just don't have enough. I think that I probably would do better if I actually made this in a creative world and counted how much I had, so I knew how much going into it, so I could just do it all in one go. But I don't. And the copper farm that I sort of made last time is still not producing nearly enough to fix this, so I might just end up having to go caving to get the rest of the stuff and accept the fact that I need a Fortune 3 pickaxe or something, because I haven't gotten one of those in a really long time, because I don't bother going mining for diamonds anymore because I can just trade up with villagers. One of the nice things about getting a little bit further in this is the fact that I have an elytra. So I did get scaffolding. I did wander off to the village, around the village, where I ended up having to grab one of their villagers in order to repopulate. Was a jungle, so I was able to pop down there and get some bamboo so that I could make some scaffolding to go up and down, because that always makes it a lot easier. But floating around and flying around with an elytra is definitely the way to go. I still haven't tried making fireworks yet, mainly because I'm still a little bit nervous about it. I don't know why. I'm in survival mode, so if I die, I die. But at the same time, I just don't like the idea of having to potentially restart and get a whole bunch of stuff. I thought about filling these towers in with dirt just so that no mobs would spawn, but I ended up just putting torches in all of them. And here I'm taking out the lava from these pillars so that I can fill them in with smooth stone, as the video person who did the original Zelda Temple of Time did. I didn't want to lose the lava because at this point I do have the small lava farm, but I wanted to keep it in case I decided that I didn't like how it looked and I could take it back. Now, I am taking all of the lava from the 4 pillars and putting it down there. The one thing that I didn't anticipate was the fact that it would catch on fire and end up burning a couple of the trees, or mainly the one tree that's nearby the tower. You can sort of see it if I'm not moving too quickly. But there's a tree right by the front of the castle. That one burned down, so don't grow too attached to it because I put the lava too close to it and I kept falling into it. So eventually I just took some dirt and covered it up to stop myself from losing all of my stuff. And here I go with the smooth stone, filling it up. While I do that, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down below. I wish that when I was going through, I had added in the stairs that I was originally going to add in, but I unfortunately decided not to do that or forgot, so I ended up having to build up a bunch of scaffolding to add in stairs at all of the openings, which was a little annoying. And here we're at the back of the castle. I don't often add a lot of the detailing to the back of the castle, mainly because I forget about it. But I worked so hard, and then all of a sudden I'll look at the back and be like, oh, I forgot to add the towers and everything. The lines didn't quite match up how I envisioned it when I originally made it, but some of that has to do with the difficulty I had on finding a tower that didn't look ridiculously small on top of it. Sometimes it would look like it was just a tiny little cone on top, and I wanted it to look, I don't know, more like a castle. I thought about not putting the center part because you might not have seen the far away vision section of it, but when it was further away, I originally didn't put the center tower that goes up and just had the little bottom half section, and I thought about having like watchtowers on the side of it, but I decided that I just wanted it to all match because I would have to do the full tower for the center part of the entrance. I also had to go and do maintenance on the iron farm. I don't know for how long this has not been working, but it wasn't working properly, so I had to go and reset it. This occasionally kind of acts up. I think it's just based on how the chunks get loaded in. I find that the best place for me to get that to work properly is if I'm on top of not the waiting, the AFK portion of the mob farm, but the general base area of the mob farm, and looking down at it, it tends to produce the most iron for me. But that probably just has to do with how the chunks are being loaded in, I'm assuming. And then these guys showed up, and I was super annoyed. This is, once again, another time when they showed up, but thankfully I was up in the tower, so they couldn't get me. But it makes me nervous. I don't like it, and I'm afraid that one of these days it's just gonna happen. I feel like I should have an emergency cow somewhere nearby just so I can get rid of the omen so that I can return to my village without the fear of it being absolutely decimated. And then while I was on holiday, I decided that I would finally figure out how to use shaders, which was a bit of a journey because I've tried to do it before, but I found a couple of good videos on how to use shaders, and this is what it looks like. I think it looks kind of cool. Nice close-up shot of the castle, which is coming slowly along. I used the basic shaders, I want to say. I can't remember what exactly they're called. I'll put the name of them in the description. I know that they're more extreme versions that you can use that make it look even more realistic. I also know that some people don't like playing Minecraft in shaders, so I kind of swap in and out of using the shaders. It just kind of depends. I think they look kind of nice, but I don't want, if people really hate watching me play in shaders, I'll get rid of them. I also learned how to do a time lapse, so I guess I'll let you guys watch that, and I'll see you all next week. Thanks. Bye.